Shock Monkey Radio is entertainment for adults, by adults, and the views and opinions expressed here do not reflect upon the sponsors or FXBG Public Radio. For additional information, please refer to the United States Bill of Rights. Stand warned.
So 673 university professors signed letter opposing courses on America's founding and the Constitution. Listen to this. Do not go to UNC. Hundreds of professors at the University of North Carolina. This is one university? And you have 673 professors there? Anyway, hundreds of professors at the University of North Carolina signed a public letter on Tuesday opposing legislation that will require university students to take courses on America's government and founding documents.
Opposing legislation?
Opposing. The 673 UNC Chapel Hill professors revealed the public letter Tuesday, arguing the new courses and another bill in the North Carolina House of Representatives will constitute an infringement on the university's academic freedom. The first piece of legislation, House Bill 96, will require students to take a 3-credit-hour course covering America's founding and history. Required reading from the course would include the U.S. Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Emancipation Proclamation, at least 5 essays from the Federalist Papers, Dr. Martin Luther King's letter from Birmingham jail, and the Gettysburg Address. That sounds like stuff I read like in high school. Anyway, the professors argue the legislation, quote, violates core principles of academic freedom and substitutes ideological force feeding for the intellectual expertise of faculty. Intellectual expertise of faculty. That's them saying we're smarter than you. We, the professors, are smarter than you. No matter, and that you is second person plural. That's everyone else. They think they know better than everyone. And that's the point with these people. You're just another idiot. Probably because you didn't study the things you should have actually studied. Anyway, the second bill, HB 715, would eliminate tenure at UNC and its affiliated campuses. Aha! Establish minimum class size and requires colleges to report all non-instructional research performed by higher educational personnel at the institution. Yes. Good. The 673 professors decry both bills as an attack on expertise. See, it's just me. I'm so smart. You should listen to me because I'm smart. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a professor at UNC Chapel Hill. Arguing the American government courses constitute a little more than indoctrination. Whatever. See, the whole point of the Federalist Papers, for example, is it was an argument between our founding fathers over different ways to view our government. That's the point of studying that kind of stuff, is that even the people who formed our government were arguing over how the government should operate. And that's why you need to study these documents and understand the spirit of what they're trying to do with these documents like the Constitution and so forth. That's how education works. It's not a professor sitting up at the front of a room and telling you that the whole country is racist and only using like certain excerpts from the Constitution where it says black people are 3/5 of a person. And that's the only quote from the Constitution they want to show you. Anyway, ending tenure. Could you imagine being in a job so long that they can't fire you anymore? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You know, a guy who's been on the job 40 years could still do something that is a fireable offense. Anyway. This is, they went on to say, quote, if enacted, we believe these measures would further damage the reputation of UNC, and the state of North Carolina will likely bring critical scrutiny from the accrediting agencies that no undue interference in university affairs when they see it, the letter continues. You know, if this bill is passed, HB 96 passed through the North Carolina House of Representatives in March and is now making its way through the Senate, state Senate. Yeah. You people are idiots. You think you're smart, but you're idiots. And, you know, the damage that's being done to the university system, it's done by people like this, professors like this. You know, if you think you're an expert and you know everything there is to know, then you should be able to pick what you get to talk about in your courses. You're arrogant, you know, and you don't belong in the halls of academia. You belong on a street corner ranting like any other homeless man. And if you ask me, that's half you college professors look like you're homeless. Just the arrogance is the war on expertise. You know, the whole idea of tenure is that I'm so smart you wouldn't dare fire me. Blow it out your ass. You're just another person. I don't care how many doctorate degrees you got. That don't mean anything in the real world. You know, sitting around thinking great thoughts does not make you an expert. And most of the time, if you think you're thinking great thoughts, you are wrong.
You got a butthole like everybody else.
Yeah, you got a butthole, baby. That's one of the funniest like quotes. Is like this: we're in this bar. Was it you and me, or was Jonathan? We were in this bar. This older black guy is like, this hot girl walks by. Is like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? And she like just completely ignored him and walked by. And he goes, hey, baby, you got a butthole. And that's the point, you know. It's like you think you're good. You think you're too good for me. We all got a butthole, baby. Everybody got a butthole. You know, it's just. It's like I would never. It's like what. I could never, like, I know a lot about comic books. I would never consider myself an expert in it, you know, despite all the years of reading, collecting, and reading about comic books. I wouldn't even consider myself an expert in that. Even the, like systems administration, even when I was like top tier Unix systems administrator, didn't think I was an expert. And I certainly didn't think it was like that anyone who also worked with me may have an idea that I couldn't, you know, help utilize or assimilate into my own knowledge base. That's the whole point of learning stuff, is that you can learn stuff from other people and assimilate that into your own knowledge base. What? I feel like an idiot so often trying to talk about obvious things. It's like, why am I trying to explain obvious things?